Okay, Leon Pasqualeote asks, that's a cool name, do an LP on Tomb Raider 3. Tomb Raider? I don't know. I've only played through like 3 Tomb Raider games, and Tomb Raider 3 was strangely not one of them. But before I say anything more about that, let's see what else he has to say. Q&A. Have you ever played any Tomb Raider games? Oh, well, okay. And then there's more questions. I see Justin Bieber in there somewhere, of course. But I have played the first Tomb Raider. I remember I tried the demo of it on a PlayStation 1 demo disc back when I rented the PlayStation, because, you know, I just wanted to test out a couple games. Final Fantasy VII. It came with the demo disc, and then some other game, maybe MDK. I don't know. I forget. But I don't like the tanky controls, like the what am I trying to say here? Resident Evil style controls, where up is always forward. I like more of, left is left and up is up and down is down. It just feels, I don't know, more natural, and it just feels better. And I think I tried a Tomb Raider game on the Game Boy Advance, and I didn't really like it that much, just because the graphics looked really washed out and the areas were very unintuitive, and it was pretty much just a side-scrolling platformer. But it's I don't know, there was something lacking in it. So sorry to say, I'm not really big on the Tomb Raider series. What was the most pain you have ever felt in your life? The kidney failing thing. Yeah, kidney failing thing, for sure. What do you think of Justin Bieber, and why is he being a troublemaker now? I don't know, because he's very privileged and has a lot of money. And some people are just, they just don't know any better in terms of social etiquette and stuff like that. He had one monkey that was taken away from him. Now he's got another monkey, and then he was I have an appointment tomorrow. But what else? Oh, he went to like some rock climbing thing and stiffed the people there for money. Or they said you could either pay $1,600 for using our facilities, because he was going to pay for his entourage, or you could just send an Instagram of you at this place. And he said, oh yeah, I'll do the Instagram thing. And he pretended to take a selfie picture, of him at the whatever rock climbing, or I forget, maybe it was like trampolines or something, some fun zone kind of place. He pretended to do that and pretended to send it to Instagram, and then the the owner of the place, or whatever, the guy that runs it, checked Instagram. Turns out he didn't do what he said he was going to do, so he pretty much lied and got away with going to this place for free. But if he has that much money, why bother? It's not going to hurt his bank account to simply, throw a couple bones their way. $1,600, that is chump change. Like, he could reach into his back pocket, no, the back pocket that's inside the back pocket, and pull out $1,600, no problem. So, yeah, sorry Justin Bieber, but I've never liked your music, and I know you don't watch my videos, but, come on, man, smarten up. Give the monkey back to, the wildlife, or wherever you got this crazy monkey. Just let it live. Next question. Why do all child stars grow up to be drug addicts and troublemakers? Not true. Not all of them do. A sizable amount from the 80s did, and 60s and 70s, but I mean, if you look at Neil Patrick Harris, he was Doogie Howser. And granted, that might not be little child star, but certainly Ivy's going off. But certainly, younger than look at him now on How I Met Your Mother and doing Broadway stuff, and he's a popular guy. So, yeah, in that case, I don't know. As to why those child actors do, I can't really answer. I don't know. They're maybe because they're mistreated, or the only life they know is the one that's involved with acting, and I don't know. I don't have a really good answer for that kind of thing. Sorry to say. I wish I did, but I'm ill-prepared for these questions. I haven't really looked at any of these questions ahead of time to prepare, a valid, good answer, because I want any questions I can answer naturally to come out naturally. So, I don't know. I think they're getting better, though, because, people are looking after the children more these days. So, once they've grown up, then they'll know better, and they'll be able to pass on the life lessons, etc., etc. So let's see. What are your favorite wrestling theme song? The one that I can think of was Bret Hart's growing up. That bum 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 ba-na-na-na. And Hulk Hogan's, of course. I'm a real American. Although I may be Canadian, that's maybe why one reason I like Bret Hart so much. Wasn't a big fan of the pink attire, but, he made it work. It was the 90s, so, whatever. And he had the cool shades. And I liked the sharpshooter. It was a cool wrestling move. I eventually figured out how to do it myself, with the help of my friends at the blind school. But yeah, I like all the big popular ones. Macho Man's I found kind of dull. Pomp and Circumstance doesn't really suit the guy. Oh yeah, But I would say Bret Hart's theme song for sure. For sure. Okay. What are your favorite and worst movies you have ever watched? Favorite and least favorite? Well, I really like The Matrix. When that movie came out, I had no idea what it was about going in, and I was just completely blown away by it. And I have the Matrix box set on DVD. Actually, do I have it right here? No, well, I got a bunch of movies stacked right there, but Matrix isn't one of them. But yeah, I got that cool green box set. Some of the worst movies, probably a lot of chick flicks I've had to watch. Sex and the City, I think, is pretty terrible. I know, of course, I'm gonna get hate for this, and like 27 Dresses and Confessions of a Shopaholic. They're all just so bad, and not even enjoyably bad. Just dull and just unimpressive, and an empty storyline with vapid characters. And, I'm saying that, and meanwhile, like The Matrix was just a lot of, stuff blowing up, but the idea behind it, that, robots use humans for energy, it's really sci-fi, and I like sci-fi. And as for other favorite movies, I don't know, I have such a huge amount of movies that I don't really want to go through all of them, and some movies that I used to like I don't like anymore, and I don't know, but I'll just say The Matrix, the other Matrix, Reloaded and Revolutions, are not as good as the first one, but I do like that there was more Matrix to watch, and the Animatrix was pretty cool, albeit some of the stories are a little lackluster, like the one Animatrix story where it's just about this one little area of the world where the physics don't make sense, and everyone's like, whoa, okay, you got anything else for me? It must be, just I know it's an offshoot story that doesn't really matter with the main plot, but I was kind of hoping that all the stories did, and I guess I just went into it with the wrong frame of mind. But in the end, I just didn't find it all that important. So, I don't know if that answers your question, but there you go. And next we have, Cyber Eclipse. So let's see. She says, flip. The only game that comes to mind is VVVVVV. I could be wrong. Well, after these sets of videos, you will be able to see just how right or wrong you are with the next game that I play, and see if you really truly will flip your lid for it. Maybe it's VVVVVV, maybe it's not. Only time will tell. Okay, you twisted my arm. I'll ask you a question. The reason why I haven't yet is because I can easily just... yeah, right. Let me read that again for a sec. Okay, you twisted my arm. I'll ask you a question. Oh, because I kept asking her, why don't you ask me a question on the thing? And she says the reason why I haven't yet is because I can easily just call you up and ask you a question, where many subs can't do that. But I digress. Would you grow your hair long for cancer? Dare, perhaps? Grow my hair long for cancer? Or do you mean cut it off for cancer? Well, I do sometimes grow my hair long just because I get, lazy and don't want to cut my hair. Because, why pay somebody to take something away from me that I can grow for free? Then again, isn't that the same with cancer? Oh, no, just Armageddon time, what are you doing? Because the growing of the no, never mind. Yeah. But would I? And for a dare? Yeah. Yeah, sure. Like for dare or for cancer, like grow my hair long and then have it cut off? Yeah, I would. It's just, it takes me a while to get my hair to grow long, especially since, as time goes on, there's less and less for me to worry about. But yeah, I think I would. It would be a nice thing to do. Although I do have thin hair, so it's less desirable. I've always had thin hair, though. Let's see. What is your favorite season? I want a part of me wants to say summer because I associate Canada's Wonderland with that. Associate my birthday with that. And, I don't know. I want to say summer just because of those things, but I can't sweat. Or at least I sweat an insanely minimal amount. Like, I just get a little moist, like, in my temples. Like, around my temples here. And maybe a little patch of dampness under my arms, and that's it. So, I overheat very easily. So, I would have to say probably, spring or fall. Probably, maybe fall, because I know it won't get any hotter, so there's that nice little, in-between moment where it's 15 degrees all the time. And that is fantastic. And, the leaves are changing, so everything looks nice. So, yeah, and you got Halloween, which is, near the end of fall, because things are starting to get really cold. And I don't know, I'll just say fall. That's how I feel right now anyway, because lately, geez, it's so hot outside that I do not even want to think of summer. If you could make your own game from scratch, what would it be like? Type of game, music, theme, plot, characters, etc. in a summary. Ooh. I would think I'd want to make it JRPG style because that way I can put most of the ideas I have into it as opposed to just an action game where it's a water level, it's a lava level, it's a forest level, Whereas JRPG, I can create an entire world and characters and put my own narrative spin on it. And of course, I'd want to make a bevy of protagonists, not just, well, of course, I'd want to start out with one, You start out with one, and then you attach yourself to the protagonist. Try to make them an everyman, and then from there, slowly develop, a large array of very different characters. Yeah, I know it sounds a lot like Final Fantasy VI, but it is my favorite JRPG. And I know a lot of you might be thinking, why don't you make it like Zelda? Zelda's your favorite series, but I don't know. I think I'd be able to take more time and effort into creating a large world and a a very rich narrative of something. And I'd like to be able to somehow marry fantasy and sci-fi together. So maybe I could do like, there'd be like different planets or something, and eventually as the story goes on you can go planet hopping, so there's like the science fiction aspect, but each planet like has its own, like that would be the way that you get to different things, like the water planet, the lava planet, the forest planet, but within those are different biomes themselves. So on the lava one, maybe there's all rock, or all liquid molten lava, or a mix of the two, or there's like a weird secret oasis area, you know, where they play Wonderwall all the time. But I don't know, that's about as far as I can go without getting too specific as to what kind of game I'd like. So there you go. That would be the ultimate game dream. And oh, that's all she has. Okay, so who's next?